Welcome to the Midnight Run. We're honored by your attendance. Your host, Denobi2.
All right. I'm back. Seems like everybody's back. Somehow. Everybody's coming back. I love it. I bet you wonderful folks weren't expecting such another live stream from me in such a short time. But things are fast, folks. Things moving fast. 2020 is shaping up to be a wacky year, say the most. But before I move in, I got my notes. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. We're gonna have a lot of fun here, folks. Absolutely. Hello, hiker. Denobi Chin from 9 a.m. That's right. I'm from Greece. You know, this is one of the things I miss of the run, is that I get to engage and chat with the folks from the world. So I enjoyed it. I love it. And it's my part, my goodwill part, to reach out to the folks from around the world. You know, here in the U.S., it's easy for folks to engage me, but every now and then a minute run is always fun. Good morning from the United Kingdom, checking in at 7:70 a.m. All right, very nice. Welcome, New Jersey. Oh, look at you. All right. East Coast checking in. I love it. 3 a.m. Audio is a little off, a little bit better. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. Is anybody having issues with the audio? I'm just reset it. Me. If not, for the update. Finally, auto live stream. Greetings from Austin, Texas. Welcome to two droids and one pod. What's up? What's up, Ashbull? As always, welcome. Alice, 2 in the morning. Welcome, Timmy 2 Green. Good morning. It's early. Yeah, it is. This is the best of the midnight run. I love it. It's late for me, right, in the morning, but it's afternoon or morning time for someone around the world. So I love it. I get a kick out of this. What's up from Southern California? There you go. Enjoying a midnight run as always. Good morning from Key. Yeah. At Denzi Mutant 59. Mic issues. Echo. You hear an echo? Is there an echo? You know what? I may have. If there is an echo, still have an echo. Let me. Thank you. Sound is doubling upside cracking like it's the wrong mic. Okay. So let's see. A little audio test here. Okay. Default speakers. Let's see. I'm just going through this setup quick, and we'll get to audio echo cancellation, reduce background noise, stereo audio. All right, everything seems to be in my part. I could reset the camera if it's happening, and if it's troublesome, I'll reset everything. I'll back out and put back in, because I hate to do a live stream. There's a back loop here before I get started. Roger. Let me. Everything seems to be mapped. Let me see if I can. Let me. Still happening. I'll reset the page. The live stream will go on, but I'm gonna jump in and out. One more person says, and I'll reset it, and it'll move forward. Don't waste any more time on technical issues. Because idle choppy Sideshow is trying to silence you. I love it. All right, I'm gonna reset. All right. Hopefully this works. I just resetted the web page, and looking at the mic. Everything seems to be in order. So hopefully that for forward. Is that good? One more individual. Is the audio has it moved? I think it's the mic. Still choppy side, just trying to sound. It probably is. I have a lot of fun to talk about. We're gonna have so much fun. Also, for you, sadly, still the same. Oh, I wonder if it's the it could be my internet connection. God, I hope it's not the internet connection. Yeah, it's not the mic. I've reset it, edited everything. I don't know what else I can do. Sadly, still the same. Let me. What if? All right. You know, I had another page open. Let me see if that helped. The stream is smooth audio only. Okay. I had another web page open to monitor the survey. I for you folks jumping in, added a survey. So is there snow? Is the issue? Okay, so the audio is the issue here. I just reset it. I just added the page, disconnected the microphone, and I can switch. I can switch to the. It's okay, the chop and screw edition. All right, let's move forward. Let's have fun. All right. If it isn't too bad and you folks can still understand me, it sucks. I get it affects my live streams for Steam if I can't get the audio and the camera moving. But move forward, right? As long as you just can understand me, I mean, we have a lot to talk about, and thank you, folks. Let's do it. Let's share. Let's do this. Main topic: Sideshow at Comic-Con. Recently announced. I don't know if it was a few days ago or if it was a week ago, but from the grave ashes. Look, I will confess to you, I honestly did not think Sideshow would ever back to San Diego Comic-Con. Spoke to a few friends, read the comments on social media. This is big news. This is huge news because Sideshow's presence at San Diego Comic-Con is not only just a huge flex, but it's important. It's very, very important for within the collector community. It's the one place that you can go in person and you can essentially witness, view, experience history, because not only is Hot Toys they're going to be there, but it's also other vendors, it's also other companies that are showcasing their best products. It's the arena, right? And it's also known for hot toy prototypes to show off, and sometimes they get made and sometimes they do not. Having the privilege of to attend in the show and actually witness these prototypes. Perfect example, it would be the Hot Toys N1 Fighter, right? Long in one scale. It's things like that. It's in that opportunity to experience that, whether or not we're going to get it or, but it's very important. The event is very important. And last time that San Diego, that the last that Sideshow attended the San Diego Comic-Con was in 2022, and then pivoted to their Sideshow Con, where they essentially go over the employee room, install the webcam, and then they started streaming from their stock room or their break room. They added a curtain and they called it a day, and then reason used was financial difficulties, right? Oh, expensive to attend the show. Well, everything's expensive. Nothing has been done. Everything is still climbing in price and so forth. And I always felt that it was such an insult and a missed opportunity. Is it really? Is it? Dan, it sounded like the TI from back from the Future's 80s diner. Let me see if let me see if I can unplug this. Hold on. All right, I just unplugged the mic because it's killing me, Nate. It's killing me. I just unplugged it right here, so hopefully it sounds like when you get a loose connection. Honestly, Is that better? I just unplug the mic. If I'll switch it to the cam mic. It's a better? It's better. Oh, thank you so much. All right. Thank you. I just unplugged the Oro's mic. Seems like it's doubling up or something. But trust in you folks there. So yes, this is it's good now. Thank you. So it was just an unplug. Thank you. So why is this big news? Well, first of all, San Diego Comic-Con, the badges are sold out. So even if you wanted to attend moving forward now, it's going to be very challenging. It's not impossible. There are secondary badges that typically on sale a couple weeks prior from the event. I know, as there's been years, there's been a few years where I was not able to score a badge, and I've had to resort to the underground belly to acquire badge. So it really sucks because one of the excuses that a lot of the toy collectors stopped attending San Diego Comic-Con was because Sideshow was absent. Now that they've shut up, the game is afoot. Things are very, very different, very completely different. And that's why I put out a survey, because I have theories. If you folks remember last year, the Sideshow Con, air quotes here, it happened about days before the actual event. I don't know if any remember that or not. But San Diego Comic-Con usually happens at the end of July, and Sideshow Con happened very early. I think it was even in June. Is it still really bad? The audio really bad. All right, let me see if I switch over to. I'm going to switch from mic. See if this works. All right, I moved the mic from over here and I moved it to the camera. Hopefully, this is a little bit better. So if the feedback is still going, it may need a computer set, is what I'm thinking, because I've unplugged the mic and unplugged the camera, unfortunately. Or it could just be it's just on a different network because I'm streaming at midnight. Who knows? I mean, this is folks. I mean, this is wartime, right? We are in the middle of a war. It's still doubling up sometimes. Okay. Well, I switched over to the mic here. Weird. Still done. Oh, I don't know. What else would. That sounds better. Still bad, sadly. Okay. Should I move it? It's not. So, unfortunately, the audio is on repeat. Still bad. All right. If I had a co-host here, I can read my whole system here. Denobi headroom. Is it really echoing? Oh, that sucks. That really sucks here. Yeah, and like this, it just seems like I need a complete reset. And Nate, if you can, Jimmy, I would love to reset this so I wouldn't lose the stream, because it sounds like just didn't headroom. It's still bad. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I can go. I'm coming in. I don't know. Let me see. Auras. Yeah, I'm going back to the mic here. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to do. It's I need to just reset the whole computer or something. So yeah, that's what I do. If I get a co-host, if Nate can come in, I'm gonna reset everything. All right. Nate,
okay, Denobi. Okay.
All right.
Reset. Yeah. Reset the system. I'm still here with these guys.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to some shenanigans and tomfooleries here at Denobi's midnight run. I don't know what happened. Bring the Nate Meister in, then jump out. That was the plan, Andre. That was the plan. Right now, it's crazy at work, so I can't really stay this long, unfortunately. I wanted to join this stream, but Denobi called for help, so I'm here. So until he can reset the systems, it sounds like there's like an audio connection issue. It's not like a distance issue. It's like an audio connection issue to the computer. Maybe he has to reset it, maybe update a firmware. I've seen this before happen, so hopefully he can get this done real quick. So how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing well. New host. All right, the Double in the house. Yo, Ash Chase. Yo, what up, Theo? What's up? For the Empire, Nate. Yeah, Andre, this is the way. Yo, what's great about this opportunity for Denobi to make his return to Comic-Con. It's the fact that Sideshow is bringing back Hot Toys, and that's good to see.
All right, just a little bit better now.
Okay, let's test it out. Talk to me.
Test in 1, 2, 3. Tell me this is a little bit better.
What happened? It sounds. I'm telling you, you sound like the guy from Back to the Future 2 in the 80s diner.
The 80s, and you can still hear it, huh?
Yeah, I can hear it.
It's still echoing. What the hell?
Are you sure it's the audio? You picked the right audio device, or is using 2 audio devices? Okay, and he's gone. Okay, cool. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Shenanigans. Night, it's 7:16 here. Mitchell, it's 3 in the morning over here. What you talking about, Mitchell? Dear Lord have mercy. Grogu didn't put the blue wire in. I think it was Grogu. It was Grogu. This is not the way. Oh man, Denobi. Oh boy. Well, guys, what are you excited for Comic-Con? Are you excited for the fact that Hot Toys is coming back to the States? Or you're more excited for what's to come with Doomsday and Brand New Day? And to be fair, like Hot Toys, it's just good to see that Hot Toys is coming back to Comic-Con. That's the main drive right now. And lucky for all of those who are going, because you guys are eating good, heading over there and seeing all the brand new prototypes. Hot Toys hasn't hit United States since 2022. So he needs to check his closet because 2 of the same people from different times cannot be in the same place in the future. Oh my god, I will laugh but I feel his pain. I'm still having car trouble. Another year I'm missing Comic-Con. Shoot, Nate, different time zones. Of course it's different time zones, Mitchell. Dear Lord have mercy. I can't take Mitchell anywhere, man, because we're in 2 different time zones. Damn. Hopefully Denobi gets this fixed. Shoot. Okay, give me a second, guys. I gotta drive this loud ass vehicle at my workplace. It's a damn tug that we use at work. You know, those little tugs at work that it sounds like a damn freaking tank. Oh, it hits like a damn tank too. Give me a second, guys. Let me move myself. Okay, I'm back. I am back. The tank is shut off. It's not making any more noise. I'm back. Okay, guys. Cool. What's going on? Couldn't agree more. How everyone doing? Listening what they are saying. Oh boy, what a crazy day. So when I first heard about Sideshow Con, I'm so used to calling it Sideshow Con these days, dear Lord. So ever since I heard about Hot Toys coming back to Comic-Con, because Sideshow is coming back, all I got was all kinds of notifications from everybody and their mother. And oh crap, Denobi's back.
Is it better now? I'm talking. I mean, everything it was a complete reboot. So hopefully this worked.
Okay, spend 5 minutes, Denobi. Spend 5 minutes. Let's talk.
All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Sideshow returns back to San Diego Comic-Con, and hopefully there's not an echo. And a complete reboot. I turned the camera on and off, the computer, everything. So I'm plugged, everything. So is it way better? Let's go. Are we back?
Yep, we're back. We're back.
We're back.
Yes,
we're back.
We're
okay.
back. We're back. Yes.
Okay. All right. And then the survey is still going on. It's just, are you the real Denobi? Is this an AI program? We're back, folks, right? We're back. What was I bitching about, Nate? Oh, yes. How, all All right, so San Diego, so Sideshow is back to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes, and you were complaining that the collectors were their clause was they can't go to Comic-Con anymore because Sideshow ain't there.
Yes, that was the big excuse. And then even if you wanted to go now, the badges are sold out. So it's a sold out event. So it's awful. I think it's very awful for the collectors right now that, oh my God, Sideshow is back. That means that they're going to have a huge display of prototypes and pre-orders. I'm excited. Like this to me, this is big news because it's. I always have fun when I attend San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, last year you folks know I had a blast, right? You know, when I had to infiltrate InArt, remember that? When I had my great makeup get up, Nate, you remember that? You know?
Yeah, I remember. Yep.
You remember that? So
yep.
The fact that Sideshow has come back, right? Somehow it has returned.
Somehow it has returned.
I can't help but wonder if, out of the kindness of their heart, if they returned by choice, or if they were somewhat forced or bullied by the vendors because of the lack of action on their part.
Most likely.
Yeah.
It could be a likely term because what's coming this year and what's coming next year?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You have to wonder.
I will say, not only is Sideshow back, but they got Booth 2401. For you folks that are unaware, Booth 2401 is prime real estate. It's huge. It is a giant block of the exhibitor floor. I had the map up on before I resetted the computer. I can try to pull it up. But the fact that it says Booth 2401, not only is Sideshow back, but they are back with a vengeance. Nate, what is your thought? Nate, I'm actually hearing your echo now. Can you? Nate, are you still there? Oh, Nate, did I lose you? Oh no, what happened? Did I just lose?
Nope,
Nate,
I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back. Yes.
Okay. I thought I heard a little bit of a feedback loop, but I just assumed that you were just off the line. That was funny. It's like your disguise. He's not so much. He's referring to my incognito when I had to get into InArt. So yeah, and that was interesting. So Sideshow's return has me wondering if Hot Toys somehow twisted their arm in attendance, or even just any of the vendors, or if it was just the film lineup. There's a survey for you folks joining in right now. I did put a poll survey because I'm kind of curious. Me personally, I think Hot Toys or just majority of the vendors just got fed up with Sideshow's absence. I mean, they're charging $300 to $400 for a figure, and not to properly showcase. I mean, if you know, in a huge event, not just a huge event, but the big event, right? Do you remember in January, Nate? Do you folks out there remember back in January when I said like San Diego Comic-Con this year, 2026, it's going to be a huge year. Do you guys remember that? You remember that, right?
You did. I remember.
Yeah, some of you out there may not remember that, but let me just.
And that's when I told you to bring. I don't remember you ever saying that.
San Diego Comic-Con 2026, estimated to be one of the biggest years in attendance. Why is that?
Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess you did.
I had been making that, Nate.
Oh my God, Adobe.
I had a lot of fun making that. I see the Sideshow season opportunity. The problem is, so this is the thing, because I can debate this with a lot of folks, and a lot of people feel that Sideshow, by their choice, saw the dollar signs, because this is going to be $1 billion year within the film industry. You have Spider-Man Brand New Day, you have Dune Messiah, you have Avengers Doomsday, and all of these films release into theaters after San Diego Comic-Con, after the actual event. So what that entails is that you can expect celebrities to attend. Hence why in January I put out the feelers out there. Look, if anybody wants to partner up and camp out for Hall H, hit me up because Hall H is going. It's going to be like an incredible event. I expect to see Robert Downey Jr. again. I expect to see most, if not all, the cast of Avengers Doomsday. You're going to see
Yeah.
Dune Messiah. You're going to
Mhm.
see Tom Holland
Mhm. Mhm.
there in Hall H. Hall H. I'm telling you, I'm going to have to probably camp out Friday evening just to get a spot, just so that I can guarantee a spot into Hall H. Because Hall H, the big event, it's always Saturday. Hall H
Okay.
is where it's the Hall and Opus. It's the grand mecca. It's like it is the pilgrimage to experience the celebrities and then any clips that are shared with the audience that may or may not be shared with the outside world. It all happens in Hall H. So
So Denobi, what's the experience with Whole Age? Like, what do you have to go through to make it the Whole Age? Like,
all
I
you have
never
to do
experienced Whole Age before. So, and
all you have to do, well, you have to anticipate the crowd that lines up because especially like this year, in some cases I've shown up to Hall H's queue line at 4 or 5 in the morning for a 10 o'clock presentation. Hall H presentations always start at 10 a.m. or typically around 10:30 in the morning Pacific time. That being said, though, it doesn't mean that you show up at the queue at 9 o'clock or 8 a.m. No, every time I've ever attended Hall H on Saturday, I've always shown up 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning. I'll stop, I'll get coffee, I'll stop at the 7-Eleven, I'll pack up my book bag with snacks, and I'll start to count, and I'll enter the queue. This year is going to be different. This year is going to be very radically different because of these $3 billion IPs. It's like where these stars have lined up for this great celestial conjunction of epic proportions that I know I'm going to have to camp out probably from Friday night. And you'll see tents, you'll see sleeping bags, and to have a successful camp out, to guarantee your entrance into Hall H, you have to do it with a buddy or a partner or somebody so that you can rotate bathrooms, so you can rotate with dinners and so forth. And so I don't know anybody. Most of the folks that I know that would have attended San Diego Comic-Con, they've used the tap out excuse. Well, Sideshow doesn't show up anymore, so why bother attending? Well, they've sprung up this curveball at us, and you can see it on their main page. Oh, by the way, I've added the link to register for Sideshow at Comic-Con so that you can get your $5 store credit. When you register, the link is in this live stream's video description. Register so you can get $5 added to your Sideshow account. $5 that you can use towards a pre-order or a purchase or whatnot. And it also gets you entered into a few contests. So it'll be interesting to see if Dune 3 and He-Man are shown. When does He-Man get released in the theaters? Is it before or after Comic-Con? Because if it's after Comic-Con, you may see the cast there. I care not for the Marvel and the Mandalorian films. Mandalorian is a very interesting topic to talk about because I'm almost positive Hot Toys is probably going to be contractually obligated to release pre-orders. So regardless if the movie does good or not, I would absolutely expect to see pre-orders based on the Mandalorian film.
Okay. Hey, Denobi, I'll be listening. I was going to mute myself real quick.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to reset the whole computer. So now it's working.
It's all good.
Yep. My going back as to Sideshow's attendance, I don't think it was by choice. I honestly, if I live in Vegas and if I had to put money down on it, I honestly think the vendors just had enough of their absence. I mean, because Sideshow is the U.S. distributor here in America, and it's hard to ask customers to shell out $300 for a figure plus the tariff trifecta that we've all been subjected to here in the U.S. and not show some sort of compassion towards its collectors. All right. It almost feels like, well, you have no choice. It's either you go through us or screw you. I've never liked that business practice or model. It just seems that it's either you deal with it or you don't get the stuff that you want, or worse, you've been sitting on a 2-year-old pre-order, and because the tariffs have sprung up on us, you have to bite the bullet. And to me, I feel it sours the experience when you have additional fees that weren't originally there in the very beginning, especially when you've been waiting a year or even 2 years in the long run. It just sucks. It really does. He-Man comes out in June or July. Okay, so I have no idea. I'm not I've seen the trailer for He-Man. It looks boring as shit. I'm not kidding. And I have the Mando He-Man. I have a module case behind me full of the Mando He-Man 1/6 scale figures, and I have no excitement towards this film. This film looks hokey as shit. I'm like, ugh. So I'm gonna have to rely on the critics to let me know whether or not this film is gonna be any good at all.
So, Denobi.
Yeah.
So I did a stream earlier yesterday or earlier today, your time, pretty much. So I had people come in on the chat saying some interesting things about what happened with Sideshow and their booth. Like, it got split up into multiple booths it got allocated with different other, vendors.
Yes, other vendors. So, because they were grandfathered in to booth 2401. It was always their booth for decades. That was their booth. And then once they stopped attending, then their booth 2401 got subletted into other vendors. And so they somehow, I don't know how they pulled it off, but maybe the other vendors were broke, because it's always right of refusal, meaning that if you've paid for that first year on that specific booth, you have the right to say yes or no if you want to move forward. So clearly the vendors that had taken over booth 2401 said no, and it opened up probably the opportunity to Sideshow to return back. Or, Nate, or Howard Chan just had enough of the bullshit.
It is an outrage that Sideshow Collectibles has gone this long not properly representing Hot Toys with honor.
The collectors are to blame, Howard. Really? It's not my fault.
This show used to be a beacon of hope. It inspired imagination.
Howard, please, I can fix this. I swear.
Enough.
Wait,
You had your chance.
No, please,
Take him out.
Wait, Howard!
A mistake on my part.
It's been corrected.
You're running out of time, Howard. You'll fail.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, Nate, that's how it went down. I did take some creative liberties in restructuring the event, but I'm almost positive that's probably how it went down in Hong Kong on the 87th floor. Right, a Sideshow representative was dispatched. Howard Chan demanded answers, and he just had enough of it. So I'm gonna say the reenactment it's probably at least 90% accurate. What do you think, Nate? I mean,
the Dolby. You mean to tell me you created this AI shenanigans, and now I gotta pay for it with my water? Is that what you're telling me? Because this is really good. This was really good. Oh my God! No wonder my water bill's this high. The Dolby.
I'm telling you, Sideshow sent in one of their I'm almost positive that's exactly how it went down.
Wow.
He definitely had some influence. I mean, seriously, you have billion-dollar IPs being released this year, and Sideshow has been absent from the biggest of the biggest toy event in the world. And I mean, or is it just the obvious, Nate? I mean, we are at war, Nate. I mean, is Sideshow? I mean, is Sideshow?
You're at war, Anakin.
You know, is Sideshow a wartime profiteer? You know, I'm just speculating here. You know, Sideshow taking advantage of the war. I mean, you know, back in the day, there were companies out there that were known as wartime profiteers. So, you know, the price of plastic and oil, as you know, keeps climbing up. So maybe that can justify that one Galen Erso figure. Why it's $400? I don't know, Nate. I'm just throwing darts here.
Quite possibly. I know that Sideshow, from what I've seen from other vendors, has been making sacrifices when it comes to their tariffs. I don't know exactly how much, but it seems like other vendors are paying more with debt tariffs versus what Sideshow is doing. So at the end of the day, this Galen Erso, you know what? Maybe this once we can pull up the price tag on it just a little bit. And I'm here like, okay, so you're taking a page out of Big Bad Toy Store Sideshow, because Big Bad Toys have been doing it ever since the tariff wars. That's right, they have. Yeah. Yeah, they sure as hell have. Let me, I'm going to see if I can get you, I'm going to showcase something here really quick, just to kind of show you. Hopefully I can share this tab here. All right, share this tab here. All right. This is the exhibitor map for San Diego Comic-Con 2025. And I'm going to try to zoom in on the booth 2401. See if I can show it right here. You can see it. It's right below Marvel. I'm going to try to keep zooming in here. You can see like the amount of real estate that they have. Like it's huge. Hopefully you can see it. Can you see it, Nate? I don't know if you're looking at the screen or not, but it's right. I see it now. Yeah, 24. I mean, that is prime real estate there. And they got it back. That is not only is Sideshow back, folks, but they have all of their real estate. That means it's going to be a grand display. That means I got to bring out the big guns. I have to bring out the 4K, the Panasonic 4K, and expect to document and archive. Actually, I get to archive their actual setup, which I've always enjoyed. One of the things I enjoyed about attending San Diego Comic-Con is I get to archive. I was just talking about that. I get to archive their booth, which is for historical purposes, because when I archive a booth walkthrough, it throughout the years, it always gets visited, because a lot of collectors like to go back to my videos and then see what it was like years prior. Like, well, what was shown in year 2026? You know, what did I miss and so forth. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a lot of fun to archive that. Also, because times are tough and Sideshow is back on their expensive property. It's expensive real estate to grab 2401. I'm talking like in the six figures. All we need now is to get Module Case, and yeah, I don't. Brian Module Case is a twit. He's like fallen. He's years behind. He's don't get me started with Module Case. What are you trying to do, folks? Are you trying to trigger me? Module Case. You know, Module Case's improved time was a lie. They're just as behind as everything else. Don't do that, folks. Don't do that. Don't trigger me into a Module Case rant. You don't want that. You don't want that right now. But 2401, big expensive real estate, and I expect to see pre-orders from the Mandalorian and Grogu. I expect to see pre-orders from the new Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm still putting money down that I think we're going to get Dune Messiah Hot Toy figures. It's a Warner Brothers IP. I mean, Warner Brothers will part out that IP to anybody that writes a check. So I can't. That's true. And Denobi, remember, it took a few years, but Hot Toys finally got the IP for the Joker figure, and they made the first Joker figure under the Joker 2 branding. And that's right. And that's right. Yep. And I bet you that they can do the same thing with Dune. They don't have to be the Dune 1 brand. They could be the Dune 3 branding. It definitely could. So
Booth 2401, big deal, folks. Everything here, it's a huge deal. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know anybody else within the YouTube community and within the 1/6 scale community who will be attending San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if Will Fox and friends will be there. I have no clue. I know some of the other smaller toy channels tend to show up to San Diego Comic-Con. I expect to see the new Star Wars HasLab, heavily rumored. We're absolutely going to get a HasLab. Hasbro, for the last 5 years, every year has shown us a HasLab from San Diego Comic-Con, guaranteed on the clock. We're also going to be Tomy Plus already said that they're going to be releasing another Starship, another diecast Starship, but I would probably speculate that that's going to be announced at the Star Trek Las Vegas Rio convention. The biggest Star Trek convention actually happens here in Las Vegas at the Rio. So I would just assume that the Tomy Plus Starship will be announced in August is when the Star Trek convention happens. But San Diego Comic-Con, we're going to be, we will have our plates full. It's going to be a lot of fun. It makes me happy, Nate, because I get to actually cover the event properly, because I felt like I haven't been properly covering the event at least the last couple of years, just because Sideshow Absence hasn't been there. And it other than me sneaking into social mixers from
social mixers,
you know, I don't know. Is Inart going to be there this year? I maybe they probably won't send me an invite. Do you think Jazz Inc. will be there and his Batmobiles? I have no clue. No,
that would be an interesting day. Jazz Inc. across the corner from from Sideshows and Hot Toy Shenanigans.
Wouldn't that be? Yeah, wouldn't that be an interesting experience, right? You know?
Yeah.
That would be very interesting. Blitzway. I don't think Blitzway has been at Comic-Con for quite a while, so that'll definitely be something interesting to experience. Nate, Spider-Man Brand New Day. You excited?
Yes. Of course.
Yeah, me too.
The trailer broke records, man. Dear Lord have mercy.
The trailer broke records. This film scares the shit out of me, Nate. It does. Just watching the trailer, I counted at least 5 Hot Toy figures that I'm gonna want.
Of course. Same here. Here.
Yeah, and that's assuming that we get what Man Spider is the heavily used.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna want Man Spider. I'm gonna want his regular suit for the film. I'm gonna want Scorpion. Do you think we'll get the real Hulk, not Professor Hulk?
I hope so. It's rumored that Savage Hulk is coming to play, and we haven't had a Hulk in a while. The last proper Hulk was either Red Hulk and She-Hulk. So I'm like, come on, Hot Toys, throw us a bone. We need another Hulk here. You know,
a real Hulk.
A real
Hulk or anything like that. Yeah. Let me see. Can I play this, or am I going to get banned? Do you think Sony's going to? I'll put the music down. I just want to.
I didn't get banned. I didn't get blocked, so you should be fine, Zenobi.
Okay. And then this first scene here has his web shooter. Even the web shooter looks different, doesn't it? You can look at his web shooter on the phone there. Even that looks different. So
usually it's blacked out. Yeah, usually it's blacked out. But now it's a silver chrome look to it. I like it. It doesn't bother me.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. I actually like the classic suit as well too. So everything about this so far, it's very interesting. The only thing with the suit though, it doesn't look different enough. I feel like I have this figure already. Don't we have this figure already? This suit that he's wearing? Wasn't this figure released already from the last film?
Yes, No Way Home. This is a variant of the No Way Home final suit. If you bought the final suit version with the nice blue
With the diorama. Yeah, I have the
Yes.
diorama where he's on top of the building.
Yes, you have that one.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't
so if
need-
you
I
have
don't
that
need-
one, yes,
Yeah.
you don't need this one.
Okay. I need to save money. I mean, there's a lot. I love Spider-Man. You folks know I have the Spider-Verse built behind me. I'm like, if there's not enough change within the suit, I'm like, no, I'm not.
So pretty much your rules, Denobi, when it comes to Darth Vader, the layman's test? Does it pass the layman's test?
Can you see enough difference to justify the purchase? Unfortunately, with Hot Toys releasing 75 to 90 figures per year, tough decisions have to be made, and especially with a deadly trifecta of Spider-Man. I keep saying Dune. I'll die on this mountain. I'm thinking Dune Messiah. I think Hot Toys is going to tackle it, and Avengers Doomsday is gonna destroy our wallets 100%. It's gonna be brutal.
We're at war here, Denobi.
Right. This is wartime, folks. And yes, is can you accuse Hot Toys of wartime profiteering? Look, it is what it is. March the soldiers down. I'll take one of each Hot Toys. I'll take. It's going to be glorious. This is going to be exciting to see a lot of these prototypes on display at San Diego Comic-Con.
Denobi, you are going to be the belle of the ball with all those camera shenanigans over there. It's going to be so much fun.
I'm going to have a blast. I'm gonna have a blast. There he goes. The key to the city. That's probably one of the accessories right there. When you buy this version of Spider-Man's brand new day, slightly variant suit, one of the accessories.
I can see that.
Key to the city. I didn't get to look at God. Scorpion's gonna be badass.
It could be like the special edition pre-order, like they get you to go with the special edition pre-order. The only way to get the key. Yeah.
If you pre-order within the first 10 days, that's how they get you. Yeah.
Yep.
Frank Castle, is he coming home with you?
Oh, of course. Of course. I don't have a Frank. I don't have a Punisher.
I don't have one either. Yeah. I have War Machine Punisher, but I don't have a legitimate Punisher. So because this actor, and we're getting a final cinematic representation of the Punisher, he's absolutely coming home. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there you go, 100% easy. And that's I'm thinking conservatively 5 figures out of this film. Frank is definitely one of the 5 already coming home.
Denobi. Here's the thing about the Punisher. He makes his MCU debut in film in a Spider-Man movie, right? And 10 years ago, he made his first appearance as the Punisher in Daredevil. So this is a beautiful opportunity. This is like poetry and rhymes. It's been 10 years. So it's crazy. His first appearance in Daredevil, now his first appearance in the MCU in a film, in a Spider-Man movie.
It's legit then. It's legit. Now, I will confess, though, I never watched the Punisher Netflix series. I never counted any of that expanded universe nonsense. I never watched Daredevil. I never watched none of that. And I to this day, I have no interest. At the time when those shows were released, they were never official canon of the MCU. So I purposely ignored it. I'm sure they're great series, and I'm sure people are going to tell me, well, Denomi's a good show, you should watch it. I have no interest. No. My first introduction to this Punisher and this actor is going to be through this film. So I'm going to trust. I mean, the fact that you're telling me that he's been somewhat semi-canon for like a decade, I'm like, all right, I want a Punisher. He's in a Spider-Man movie. This trailer broke the all-time internet record. Regardless, he's going to be coming home. The Punisher series was entertaining. Yeah, and I'm not going to argue with anybody about the Punisher series, but I'm not going back to any of that stuff. I don't, because at the time, Kevin Feige purposely said none of that shit was canon. Just like how at the time in the early aughts, George Lucas said none of that expanded nonsense was canon, and then Disney decided to retcon and add all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, now the Rebels and all this stuff is canon. I'm like, okay, well, that to me, that ship has sailed. I'm not going back and doing homework.
Well,
one thing,
yeah, George didn't personally accept it as canon, but he allowed it. He allowed it.
Yeah. And to me, if it wasn't cinematically represented, it didn't count. And for most fans at the time, that's how we perceived it. So now, gotcha. I understand it's all been retcon, but if there's one thing I hate about certain IPs is homework. Like, oh, well, to understand moving forward, you have to watch 5 or 6, because that's what it felt like with some of these Disney Plus Star Wars shows. Well, it's like Dave Filoni expected you to know 7 years of cartoon Clone Wars canon to understand what's moving forward, what's going on with Ahsoka, the Rebels. I'm like, I didn't watch any of that.
Okay, Denobi. Okay. We've been agreeing for the past an hour, but now come on, Denobi. You also got to do homework for Marvel as well. You got to do Marvel homework as well.
I sure as shit don't. I didn't watch any. I didn't watch.
Okay.
What was that one? What was that little Hindu girl with powers in the rings? What was her name?
Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. I didn't watch that shit.
Yes.
I no. No. And then she ends up like in a film like in a K-pop film, the Miss Marvels or the Marvels. With no.
Yes, the Marvels. Yes,
Marvel. No. That's why the film bombed. No, because it required homework. It absolutely, to me, that's you need to understand what's going on with the Marvel. Like no. I'm not watching any of that wacky shit.
Okay, so you do agree there is homework out there for Marvel.
Yes.
For these films.
Yeah, and I just told you I don't do homework. That's why. And that's why the film tanked. Marvel was a decent show. The movie was not so much. Like, how many people watched the movie? Was it like 12 people? 13? Who Well,
the thing is, to be fair, the movie was better than the first Marvel movie. I give it that. But the thing is, no one cared about these characters. That's the problem. No one. The only thing that people cared about this movie, about Miss Marvel, no, not Miss Marvel, the Marvels, was the end credit scene, which brought the X-Men universe into play. Which Beast came into play at the end credits. Yes.
Okay, I did see that on YouTube. That end credit scene.
Yeah.
What did you hear about the theory that, like, in this Spider-Man universe, like the spell worked? Nobody knows who Peter Parker is as Spider-Man, right? You know that.
Yes.
But the Hulk may know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man because it's a different conscious, and it wasn't existent in that realm when that spell was cast. Have you seen that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. That Bruce Banner may not remember Peter Parker as Spider-Man, but the Hulk might remember Peter Parker as Spider-Man. I didn't think about that. That's a good theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
I saw like 2 videos on it, and they go down into like the deep Marvel lore into it, and it's like, I go, it's not even I don't think it's a spoiler. I'm like, it's just Hulk was not present when that spell was casted, so it would make sense that he would still remember it, versus Bruce Banner would also forget. So I just thought that was interesting. I thought that was an interesting little fun fact there, which will probably play into the story arc of this film. So again, this is going to be a phenomenal film. And the fact that Kirk Connors is also in this film too, right? That's the lizard. Oh God, who's playing the lizard?
There is a theory that the voice of let me see, Spawn, what's his name? Gargoyle, what's his name? Keith David, the that's voice right. That's in the trailer, Keith David.
Yeah.
He is there is a rumor that he is Dr. Connor, the lizard.
Yeah, it's about time. The lizard well, we had the lizard. Well, in Far From Home, the last film we had, but that was from a
Yeah, but
different
that's
universe.
Andrew Garfield's universe.
That's
Yes.
Andrew Garfield's lizard. Yeah, and the lizard has always been a formidable foe. So that would mean anybody with multiple personality disorder remember Peter Parker, Spider-Man, because that's what Bruce Banner has. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess because it is two different. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, who else would suffer from multiple personality disorder in the MCU? That's interesting. Scorpion. Scorpion is definitely coming home. That's gonna be a badass costume there. This sequence here, where the possession thing, I think it's being rumored as Jean Grey, but I'm not convinced it's Jean Grey. It could be anybody. Here we go. Keith Davis is going to be the new Osborn, I'm guessing. It could be. I thought Keith David was going to be Kirk Connors is the name of the before he turns into the lizard. So
Yeah, there's a lot of theories right now whether who's going to play Osborn. This is exciting. This is very exciting that Spider-Man is bringing back the MCU back to formula.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Every studio executive from Marvel to Sony is probably licking their lips and like, oh, we're going to make so much money. This is easy. I mean, with the trailer breaking records like that, I'm like, oh, this is going to be another $2 billion film. Easy.
Yep.
And I am worried that Hot Toys is going to spin out of control, pumping out every character into a Hot Toys. And I'm like, I'm going to have to make tough decisions. I would say anywhere between 10 to 15 on this film from Hot Toys. Easy.
10 to 15 figures, just like No Way Home. Just like No Way Home.
10 to 15 figures. And I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to throttle it. I'm gonna have to bring it down to 5, maybe 4. I'm gonna have to really want these characters, Nate. I'm gonna Scorpion is mandatory. I'm sorry.
Of course. Oh yeah, Sinister Six. You cannot you cannot call yourself a Spider-Man fan and not have at least 90 to 80% of the Sinister Six. He is part of the Sinister Six. You out of your damn mind to miss him. Yeah. You can't have a Spider-Man display without at least most of the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna get questioned for that. You're gonna get bamboozled. But hey, Denobi, I've got to go. It was fun. So everybody, like, comment, subscribe to the man, the myth, the legend. Help what you can. Support his ventures going to Comic-Con 2026.
Thank you for helping me earlier to reset the system here.
No problem.
All right. Keith Davis is almost 70. Not sure his role will be one that's long term. Interesting. I didn't know he was that old. I thought maybe in his 60s. I mean, I know who Keith David is, but I mean, he is a veteran character Hollywood actor. I didn't think he was that old. Only getting 2, maybe 3 from this film. Then you're stronger than me at Timmy. If you feel that you're only getting 2, maybe 3 from this film, you are a stronger person than me. This film alone, I can absolutely see a minimum of 5. Again, Scorpion, mandatory. Frank Castle, Punisher. Man Spider, if we do get a Man Spider. Hulk, I think we're gonna get a Hulk. Like a real savage Hulk. And we haven't. I mean, in the last, we've had what, like the cuckold versions of Hulk. We had like Professor Hulk and just stupid variants of Hulk that nobody, collectors. I'm like, well, what is this nonsense? What is this? Right? So I honestly feel we haven't had a real Hot Toys Hulk since what film was it where he was wearing the battle armor? He was battling Thor. Was that Love? That's not Love and Thunder. That's Thor Ragnarok, right? That's like 10 years ago. That was the last time we had a masculine, beefy, real Hulk was on that film. And then after that, it just jumped the rails. We haven't even seen Tombstone in the trailer yet, and he's in the movie. I keep on forgetting. So yeah, I figured there's going to be like B level and C level villains. There's probably going to be a Spider-Man montage happening at one point where he's just knocking down idiot villains, and I'm like, but that being said, though, will it stop Hot Toys from making a character on montage villains? No, they absolutely would. I mean, if this film breaks 2 billion, which I feel confident it probably is, yeah, Hot Toys is gonna rake in every dollar. This is, and I saw this type of Hot Toys abuse with the last big MCU film, which was the Deadpool and Wolverine. I knew coming out of that theater, I go, this film is going to be 50, conservatively 12 figures. And what did we end up getting? Like 16 or 17? Hell, there's like 3 or 4 different variant versions of just Wolverine alone from Deadpool and Wolverine, not including all the cameo figures that Hot Toys decided to take it upon themselves to make. So I only wanted one from Deadpool and Wolverine. That was Wolverine in the yellow, and that was it. Because I knew that was a slippery slope of a film for collectors to get in trouble in. And I'm like, no, I don't need Old Man Blade, Wesley Snipes. I don't need Gambit. I don't need any of that shit. No. This guy looks like Weeze from the Road Warrior. Vernon Wells. Is that the actor's name? Vernon Wells. I don't know if we'll see all the villains made. Like, we still never even got the Vulture from Homecoming. Don't think we see someone like Boomerang get made. Well, Boomerang has a mediocre costume, and if it's cheap to make, don't rule it out. Vulture was always a complex character, a large wingspan of a 1/6 scale character, and that one was always on the fence. I always felt even though they teased it and they said they're going to make it, they even showed us a prototype at San Diego Comic-Con, and the fact that they never moved forward with the Vulture was such a missed opportunity, because I absolutely would have bought a Michael Keaton Hot Toys, not a unlicensed knockoff version of the Vulture, but a legitimate, like a legitimate one from Hot Toys. And I know that third-party companies ended up making it. I think Jazz Inc. made a cheap knockoff on it, and I'm just like, no. If Hot Toys isn't going to tackle something of that size and scope, it just, I never chased it. I never settled on any of those third-party nonsense things like that. But you do prove a point there. Like I said, I mean, it is a safe assumption to assume that maybe we're not going to get all the villains from this film. But never say never, though. I think everybody wants to. Wow, that's a wicked tale. That is a wicked tale. Yeah, I can't wait to have that as a Hot Toys. Yeah. And you look at Boomerang there, and he has such a mediocre costume. I can't imagine Hot Toys not taking advantage of that and capitalizing on it. So I wouldn't rule it out. Would I want Boomerang? Well, as long as it's a legitimate fight and not a montage fight, like, oh, Spider-Man just spent the day knocking off, because Boomerang is what, like a B-level, C-level villain? And remember, we're in the era of $300 plus startup pricing for Hot Toys. So you really, really want to be in love with these characters. Sideshow Collectibles returns to San Diego to promote the new factory reset entertainment figures. You're out of control, dude. You're out of control. I love it. I'm just framing. And then, who is this guy here? We know that was Boomerang. Who is? I have no clue who this villain is here. I'm sure the diehard, like, I love Spider-Man, but I don't. Is this one of the ninjas? I have no clue who this guy is. But again, this looks like a montage fight. Tarantula. Thank you. So is he a B-level villain, a C-level villain? So, I don't know. Kaiju Daddy, welcome. Welcome, dude. Welcome to the Midnight Run. I know it's been a while. It's always a pleasure. Kaiju Daddy. Welcome, Tarantula. Thank you. The new girl is rumored to be Typhoid Mary. Thank you, Tarantula. A B minus. You see, that's what I thought. So it's no, like the costume even looks generic. So no. If Hot Toys decides to make this guy, it's an easy pass. I'd rather get the 2 versions of Spider-Man. I'd rather get him in this nice clean suit attached to the film, and then again, I'm gonna hold up for Man Spider. This shot is directly from a famous comic book cover. I'm sure it is. It definitely a minor villain. Okay, so nothing too serious, and I'm not wasting my money on the ninjas either. And then this is where he's going through puberty. Was eyes changing? Or he's evolving? Yeah. Is this the show? I love to speculate, but this is the one shot where everybody feels that there's missing heroes in this epic. But it's ninjas, though. I mean, how hard are ninjas going up against? I mean, you think Spider-Man would be able to take them all down? So I don't know. I don't hold my breath for anything like this. If there are missing heroes in this shot. Otherwise, Brand New Day should be a phenomenal phenomenal film. Is he with the Hulk there? Yeah, that's the pose. That's the rumor, Kaja. That is absolutely the rumor. Daredevil is missing from the photo. Again, it's heavily rumored that one shot you would have Daredevil or maybe even the Hulk, right? I don't think Deadpool would show up in a Spider-Man movie, but he is part of the family, so the Daredevil might be in the film due to the hand showing up. I'm assuming that's the name of the ninjas. Didn't the actor go on Jimmy Kimmel and say he wasn't in the film? But I mean, he could be lying, right? He could be contractually obligated to say he's not in the film. Hulk fights Spider-Man in Act 2. Act 3 is the unknown villain. You think Hulk fights Spider-Man Act 2? That's a serious accusation there. Like the real Hulk? Why would he fight? He's not? So did Andrew. Act 3 is the unknown villain. Oh, we still don't know. That's right. We still don't know who the main baddie in this film is, right? I thought they were just going to do the big twist, and the villain would be Tom Holland. It would be Man Spider. That would be the actual villain. Hulk fights Spider-Man Act 2. Kingpin. Oh, interesting. I don't know. Interesting. I don't know. I just feel because when he's in that form, though, he's uncontrollable, isn't he? Isn't he like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde when he turns into Man Spider? Like so kind of like what they did with the Scarlet Witch, where she's good, but then when you took her kids away from her, she went like ape shit. Started tearing up the universes. Could it be Mr. Negative or Jean Grey? Mr. Negative from the game would be really interesting. It'd be Mr. Negative would be a very interesting character. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun to speculate on. Yeah, because that PS5 game was really, really good. July 31st is when the Spider-Man comes out in theaters, and Comic-Con is the week prior. So I would absolutely expect a clip or maybe even the actors showing up to San Diego Comic-Con to help promote this film. So it'll be very, very interesting. Kaiju, since I have you in the chat, what is the story with Prime One Studio and Blitzway? There's finger pointing. I know that statute pre-orders have fallen back considerably. It's been 2+ years on certain pre-orders. Is Prime One Studio still a thing in Japan? I know when I visited them in their flagship in Shinjuku, their store looked like a Russian bakery. I mean, it had like empty shelves. It was just an empty shell of their former selves from the previous years I had visited them before. So I know you're there. I'm like, I wonder, like, is Prime One struggling? Because I know there's a lot of companies out there that are struggling. to fulfill pre-orders. So I was told by someone in Bandai that Marvel is betting their current MCU future on this movie. If it performs poorly, they will reboot everything. It seems like some blackmail is going on with the film. Is that part of the story? Well, we're not. Yeah, it's spoilers. So who cares? We're all going to forget about this anyway. If we're all going to forget who this is. But I'm sure if we get closer to it, we'll get a more full trailer, and we'll probably get an idea who the villain is. I still think it's Man Spider. I think it's him. I think he is the villain, and that's why we haven't seen the villain. Seems like some blackmailing is going. Oh, you're referring to the Prime One, the Prime One and Blitzway. Okay. All right. For those of you who are unaware, there's a lot of finger pointing between Prime One Studios and Blitzway, and I don't think Blitzway is to blame because it's on certain statues, right, Kaiju Daddy? Like, Blitzway only partnered up with Prime One Studios on selected pieces, and those said pieces haven't been delivered yet. But that being said, though, there's also regular Prime One Studio statues that have not been delivered to customers going on 2+ years. So Prime One Studios, when I got to visit their flagship last year, they didn't look very healthy. Blitzway, for those of you who are unaware, Blitzway is a South Korean company in South Korea, and they are publicly traded. They're on the South Korean stock market. Prime One Studios is a privately held entity. So it's harder to look at their books, and I think the finger point is that the pre-orders aren't being fulfilled because of Blitzway's fault, but yet it's just a lot of it's just specific ones, and everybody's blaming Blitzway. I'm like, I don't think Blitzway's at fault here. I think Prime One Studios is collapsing under the pressure. Not to mention, and Kaiju Daddy knows this, the yen is very weak right now. I want to say it's a little bit weaker than the South Korean dollar. So I know the yen, the currency yen, has dropped more this year than last year when I visited. When I visited Japan in June, it was at 0.69 cents per US dollar. Now I think it's at 0.63 cents. So I mean, this is wartime we're in right now. Conversion rates aren't adding up properly. I pre-ordered the 1/4 Prime One / Blitzway Anakin and Obi-Wan 2 years ago. Wild. Okay, so this is one of the pieces that is in somewhat limbo. Prime One Gallery in Shinjuku is run by idiots. They just continue to recycle the same 12 to 24 statues in and out. Hard to get excited when they show off the same old tired stuff. Okay, he's correct. That's exactly what I saw, because when I was at their flagship last year and I had visited back in 2019, I mean, they had majority of the same statues. Like, it was wild. Like, it was a waste of time. Like, I ended up taking the train out there. I'm like, what is this? Like, this is like their flagship store, and it looked like shit. Blitzway is so distracted by these Prime One shenanigans, and the Ghostbusters will be delayed until next year. No, I think Blitzway will. Look, folks, Blitzway has never been on time with anything. If you subtract the tariff situations and the pandemic situations, Blitzway has never been on time with anything. That's just who they are. The only thing that's changed in the last several years is now they went from a private entity to a publicly traded company. So you can log in to the South Korean stock market and you can see how they're performing. They do have to answer to shareholders. So, and I do expect Blitzway to deliver the 2.0 Ghostbusters and the Mark II DeLorean sometime this year. They've sent out email notifications to the pre-order customers on it, and they've told everybody, look, we're falling behind, and we'll get this shipped and so forth. So, sorry, it may have just been the Blitzway, the pre-order one. Blitzway DeLorean is supposed to be next month. I'm looking forward to that. The Chikogan time travel Back to the Future train has not been released yet, right? As far as I understand, that was a Tamashii Nation's Chikogan time traveling train is not been officially been released yet. If you can confirm that with me, Kaiju Daddy, I would greatly appreciate it. But that's another Back to the Future piece that I am absolutely looking forward to it. It got released months and months ago. Really? I didn't think the train was released. Oh, really? You sure? Or was it? Okay, so let's be specific here. Was the train released in Japan, but worldwide has the distribution started on that? So in Japan, it did. I'm going to have to investigate that because I didn't think the U.S. distributions like Big Bad Toy Store and so forth had gotten their shipment allotments yet on that. I was not aware of that. I honestly, to this day, I thought it had not been released yet. No idea. Just know what's going on here. Okay, that's cool. I believe you. If you're telling me it's been released in Japan, I 100% believe you. I just have to do my research on U.S. distribution and so forth, and which of the vendors. I didn't think it had been released. To be honest with you, I seriously did not think it was. I want to talk about. See if I can find this, man. I had all this stuff set up before I reset it, man. Mandalorian and Grogu. Trying to look for something here. See if I can find something here. Let's jump over to a little interesting topic here. The Mandalorian and Grogu film. The Mandalorian embark on their most thrilling mission yet. In theaters May 2026. We're going to talk about this, but before I do, I want to close that survey out. Give me a second here. I did start a survey, and I want to be able to close it out. For those of you that just jumped in, I'm going to see if I'm going to close it out. I just got to get to the actual link here. Let's see if I can find it. I just have to. All right, where's that survey? End poll. All right, so I've ended the poll. And Sideshow, let me see. Oh, wow. So Sideshow returns to San Diego Comic-Con. Theories are running amok. Thoughts? Who cares? They're back 30%. Sideshow was forced back by the vendors, 24%. Sideshow returns by its own choice, 23%. The film lineup of 2026 is enough for anybody to justify Sideshow's return, 23%. Wow, it's divided into all four quadrants on there. That's interesting. Yeah, but again, it's just fun speculation since we'll never actually probably know on why Sideshow came back this year. But it's fun. It's always fun. For those of you joining in, and you didn't see the clip, my speculative theory is that Howard Chan just had enough shenanigans. I'll play it one more time because it's a fun clip.
It is an outrage that Sideshow Collectibles has gone this long not properly representing Hot Toys with honor.
The collectors are to blame, Howard. Really? It's not my fault.
This show used to be a beacon of hope. It inspired imagination.
Howard, please, I can fix this, I swear.
Enough.
Wait,
You had your
no,
chance.
No, please.
Take him out.
Wait, Howard!
A mistake on my part.
It's been corrected.
You're running out of time, Howard. You'll fail.
I don't think so.
That is a fun AI video. I do love playing. That was a lot of fun making. Oh, goodness. Apparently there are a lot of QC issues on it. I'm assuming you're referring to the time traveling train. Toku Collectibles has it in stock. The time traveling train. Okay, all right. I use them for Godzilla merch. All right, so they're a reputable online store. Okay. I honestly keep forgetting this movie is a thing. Yeah, a lot of people do. It sucks that we've gone, is it 7 years? A little past 7 years without a Star Wars movie in theaters. What a mess. And this is how we are returning back to Star Wars with a series 4 episode, essentially stitched together into edited and stitched together into a film. Whether or not this film will be any good, I have no clue. I have no clue. In fact, we'll have a better idea as we get closer into May, because I'm curious to see if Disney will let the press screen and review it before, or if they put an embargo on the film up until May 22nd. Typically, the sign is that if they don't allow reviewers until opening day, it's usually a sign that the film stinks. So I've said this before in a couple of my other live streams, and I'll say it again. I will watch this film in theaters if it is certified fresh. And I'm not talking like 66%. I'm gonna want at least a good 80% and above. Yeah, going to the movies is such a time financial ordeal. You really have to make it worth my while, because if this film scores anything like a 60 or 40, whatever Rotten Tomato score, I'm like, I will wait gladly for Disney Plus, because I'm sure within 30 days it'll show up on Disney Plus. Hell, I would probably expect this film to show up on Disney Plus before Comic-Con comes around, just so that they can let it can be in the collector's zeitgeist mind to help sell merch, because I'm telling you, this film will absolutely get Hot Toys merch 100%. Whether or not it's a couple, who knows? Didn't Hot Toys go bonkers on the Ahsoka show? What did they end up like releasing on the Ahsoka show? Like, nobody liked the show. It got mixed reviews, and they ended up like 7 or 8 Hot Toy figures on the Ahsoka show. Like, that's wild. Like, that's some wild shit there. Denobi, do you think Hot Toys will drop a figure opening day of Spider-Man and Mando like Deadpool? Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm thinking this is a contractually obligated. Well, hell, Hasbro already teased their Mandalorian and Grogu Black Series lineup. There's like 8 figures already on this film from the Hasbro series. So I know that if Hasbro is in on this, Hot Toys is. The question is, how many figures? We may just get a couple. We may get 5. We may get a dozen. Who knows? Typically, Hot Toys, or at least Howard Chan, they are in love with Star Wars. They love pumping out those Star Wars figures. Star Wars fans, they bitch and moan, but they still end up buying that. I mean, I'm sure they had customers for the Ahsoka pre-orders. I will never say never on the N1. The N1 Starfighter's in this film, I believe, right? So I haven't ruled it out. It's not uncommon for Hot Toys to go into the graveyard and release shit that's 7 or 8 years that was shown in a convention 7 or 8 years ago. So I haven't ruled it out. I'm not going to say no, and I'm not going to be surprised if we finally get this N1. I mean, of all the years, of all the shitty financial years you can throw it into collectors, I mean, it would be ridiculous for them to release this pre-order this year during this wartime effort that we're all going through right now. Stepping Stone movie, hopefully it builds on what's to come. I'm not holding my breath. So need to make a prediction poll. How many times Pedro? Hell, he may take it up a couple times, and he may be his helmet could get crushed by an Imperial Walker, and that justifies why he doesn't have to put on the helmet. Like, he's not going to phone this in. We get it. During seasons 2 and 3, he didn't even have to wear the suit. He was just essentially being a voiceover actor. I don't think Disney gave him that opportunity. I think, look, we're paying you X amount of dollars, and we're going to make up some exposition plot where your helmet is crushed by a walker. I don't know. I'm speculating here. And that way you don't have to put the helmet on. So you'll see the helmet kind of like, for those of you who remember Judge Dredd, the Sylvester Stallone film, where Sylvester Stallone was so vain as an actor. I think he put on the helmet maybe twice for like 20 or 30 seconds of screen time, and we never saw him with that helmet, that Judge Dredd helmet, ever again. I could see Disney pulling some sort of shenanigan with this shit. Like, no, Pedro Pascal is hot shit in Hollywood. He's commanding X amount of dollars. So let's come up with some plot device that prevents him from keeping his helmet for majority of the film. I'm going to call that. Wish Mando would at least change up his look or something. I know people love the best car, but it's getting still both aesthetically and narratively. It's not like, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. He could definitely go through a costume change, or he can put on a disguise, a stormtrooper disguise. Never say never. From what I understand, all Star Wars license holders will be going hard over the next 18 months because of the 50th anniversary. Yes, I am on the plane of, I want 2.0s of all the Star Wars New Hope. Bring it. I'm with it. If Hot Toys decides to do 2.0 on all of the New Hope cast, I'm 100% in. From Luke to R2 to C-3PO, Leia, Chewbacca, I would get it all. I would give it all. Even though I said in my Chewbacca review, I don't need another Chewbacca. But if it's the New Hope, and I can create like the original, all 2.0 and in Lux, oh, they're coming home. 100%. 100%. Now, that's the clause with Chewbacca. But if Hot Toys decides to make, hey, let's do a Return of the Jedi Chewbacca, no, I don't need another Chewbacca. I don't. But the New Hope cast, I would love to go hard on that. 100%. Regardless, I'm sure we'll get our millionth Mando and Grogu, and then probably Sigourney Weaver's character. Yeah, she looks boring as shit. I love Sigourney Weaver as an actress, but her character looks like a snooze. So, no. There are some shots of him without the mask. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get a head sculpt of him. We'll finally get the Death Star Commander and Trooper. Probably. I absolutely expect. I'm gonna say, if I had to guess, I'm gonna say between 5 to 10 Hot Toy characters on this film. Easy. Yeah, and they're gonna be on display at San Diego Comic-Con because the film comes out May 22nd, and they'll probably announce all the pre-orders. We'll probably get all the pre-orders announced on May the 4th. Hot Toys is notorious for going balls to the wall on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. So I expect to do cartwheels on May the 4th. I think Nate is doing like a 24-hour stream. I'm going to try to do a stream too, or do my best, because it's the 50th, folks, it's the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. Star Wars was released in May of 1977, and I expect Hot Toy. That's why I said, I'm like, that's why I'm throwing out that into the ether. I'm like, I expect 2.0s of all of the New Hope cast. Absolutely. Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. New head sculpts on everything. Yeah. New farm boy Luke with the moisture evaporator as a diorama prop. That'd be a lot of fun. R2, old desert, beat up, from the sands of Tatooine. C-3PO with the busted arm, right, from the New Hope, when the Tusken Raider, I'm sure we'll get that exclusive version of C-3PO. That'd be a lot of really good. 7 Hot Toys exclusives for Celebration next year. When is Celebration? Who's hosting Star Wars Celebration? What country or state? Where is Star Wars Celebration being held? Oh, it's in California, right? Star Wars Celebration is in LA. I get to go to that one. It's next door. I live next. Los Angeles. Yes. Yep. I'll be there. It's easy. I'll be there. I forgot. That's right. Star Wars Celebration is in Los Angeles next door. I live in Vegas. So I absolutely will be attending that 100%. Don't know. I'm a bit behind. I got my Tamashi Back to the Future time. We should go through entertainment. I've just been. I'm at fault. I've just been distracted. I didn't know it had been released in the U.S. I wasn't even sure it had been released in Japan. That's how far behind I am. I'll look into tomorrow or maybe tonight when I end the stream. But I'll look into the train. Kaiju Daddy, do you own the train? Did you get it for your personal collection, or did you pass on it? I'm just curious. April 1st to April 4th, 2027. That is the date for Star Wars Celebration. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, I will be there. Yeah, when events like that happen close to me, yeah, LA is like my backyard. I love to party. I like to hang out, enjoy, and yeah, I guess I like to party in LA. So I definitely will be there. I passed too many QC issues. All right, so then I'm gonna have to do homework on that, on this QC issue situation, and if it's as bad as what you say it is, then I mean, because it commands an expensive sticker price too, which is weird though, because Tamashii Nations has always been a solid brand. In fact, a lot of my NASA, like the Space Shuttle and the Saturn V, it's all Tamashii Nations, Chigogan Tamashii Nations, and I've never had any issues with that. So, but the time traveling train does have a lot of moving parts, blinking lights and shit. So I'll look into it. I would love to have it in my. I do have a nice Back to the Future collection, so I definitely would. Mine seems to be fine, no issue. So maybe it was the first run. Yeah, it's not uncommon that the first run is usually the sour run. So it could be the first, batch. And then when Tamashii Nations figured out that they had, botched the print and press or some nonsense, they usually can correct it by the second or third batches. So maybe patience was a virtue and it's worth revisiting. I don't know. I'm trying to play Steelman on that. It's Back to the Future. You folks know I have a soft spot for Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future. Mandalorian Grogu, the jury is out on this. I don't know. Actually, I do want. There is a hut in this film. Is it Gorlock? The hut? I think I'm saying that wrong. It's that beefed up hut that you see in the trailer with the abs. I could see Hot Toys making that. And if they do it right, if they if they make it in a vinyl rotocast mold in the same vein as the Blurg, I would buy that. I'd be kind of cool to have the hut in my collection like that. I'm gonna pause it here. There's that was an I bet you look at that. That one open and shot showed an astromech droid. So that right there is an easy. If there's one thing that Hot Toys loves to do is reissue under different IP branding. So that alone right there tells me, we might get another astromech droid. This is the we don't know if this is a Razor Crest or if it's a different model. But not the Razor Crest, right? It hasn't been confirmed by anybody within the Star Wars community that this is the official Razor Crest. I'm just assuming it's a carbon copy of the Razor Crest. Maybe just it's another a fleet vessel from that particular model. It's what I would unless it's a flashback sequence, which is lazy as shit if it is a flashback sequence. But I mean, it looks like the Razor. Oh, wait a minute. This one has. I'm looking at it because it has the yellow striping on it. Oh, yeah, that does look like the same original. Because mine, the HasLab one, you can kind of see it there. It does have the yellow striping on it. You can see where my Razor Crest is right there. And I can see that it has the yellow stripes on it. So maybe it is the same. It has to be the original. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the original one, so it could be a flashback sequence or something. I don't know, but it's definitely the Markins lineup. You know, that'd be interesting. This little monkey dude here, that's a Hot Toys right there. That's an easy pass. The huts here. The twin huts in this shot. I'm telling you, we're you know what sucks is that we're most likely gonna get one of these huts as a Hot Toys first before we actually get the actual hut that we want, which is Jabba the Hutt. But I can definitely see Hot Toys making these variant huts, and with collectors like me that are you know, strictly classic trilogy, I'm like, oh. So I need a Vader, and Empire Strikes Back is my definitive Vader. I hope we get a newly updated one soon. Do you want like a New Hope Vader? How many fucking Vaders do we need, people? Seriously, all jokes aside, don't we have like 5 or 6 freaking Vaders already? Vader is one of those characters that doesn't pass the layman test. What does that mean? What does the layman test mean? It means that if you buy a Return of the Jedi Vader with the helmet on and an Empire Strikes Back Vader, and you put them side to side, and a regular layman who walks in that walks into your display isn't going to know the difference. They're going to go, "Oh, why did you buy 2 Vaders?" And then the nerd in you will say, "Well, this is the Empire Strikes Back Vader. That's Return of the Jedi." And the layman standing next to you is going to look at you like, "Well, you're an idiot because they both look fucking alike." So, how many Vaders do we need? Seriously, that's the legitimate reason why I passed on the Return of the Jedi Vader. You know, but you know, we'll you know, we'll have people like Nate tell me, "Well, you can display without the helmet." You could. So then you're spending $450 for then a head sculpt. Then is essentially what you're telling me. So I have one Vader in my collection. That's it. And it's the Empire Strikes Back Vader, which is, to me, is the definitive version of Darth Vader as a Hot Toys and as a figure. I don't need. Now, I am considering possibly acquiring the Darth Vader on the operating table. That's the Revenge of the Sith version of Anakin being operated, because I do like the cybernetic, he's parts and pieces, and then the whole diorama and the operation table. So I am considering that because there's enough change in that setup that I can somewhat justify it. But I didn't chase the Rainbow Vader, the Rainbow version Vader. I passed on Return of the Jedi. There was like the Rogue One Vader. There was like a New Hope Vader. It's just too many damn Vaders. There's that Mythos Unleashed Vader. Like, no, it's just too much. I thought the RC had blue. I'm not sure we're referring to that. Are you gonna get the new one or the paint one you have? Referring to the Razor Crest. Only Vader I got is from Return of the Jedi. And that's it. That's all you need. If you only have one Vader in your collection, if it happens to be Return of the Jedi, to me, that should be enough. Seriously. I see what you're saying, but I don't like the current Return of the Sith Vader mask design. Okay. Then that's perfectly fine. Then can you still acquire the Empire Strikes Back Vader or even Return of the Jedi Vader? To me, those 2 Vaders are the definitive version of Darth Vader. If you have either one of them, that should be enough Vader within your collection. That's exactly what you should call it. It's a gimmick. It's exactly what it is. I don't have any Vaders at all. Well, I can't help you there, dear good sir. You need a Vader. Yes, the Razor Crest. If HasLab makes another Razor Crest, I don't think HasLab. What do you think? Hot Toys? I don't know. I mean, that's going to be a big ass ship. It's going to be huge. And I'm hoping that Hot Toys waits for the performance and or well received part if the film is well received to release pre-orders, because sometimes they'll pump out pre-orders and then the film is a stinker. So I'm hoping they at least pump, but maybe they're not, because they were probably going to get the pre-order announcements on May the 4th, and the film comes out on May 22nd. So we'll have to see on that. Those look like snow troopers left and right. So we're definitely going to be getting snow troopers from this film, right? Left and right, snow troopers. To me, that's an easy pass. More of the same costume. We'll probably get another 1/1 scale Grogu. I have the first Hot Toys version, so I don't need another Grogu. See here, Rogue One set. Sigourney Weaver, an RC HasLab we'll probably get. I'm speculating here. I'm just throwing. That Razor Crest does look badass. Who is this guy here? Is that a droid? Oh, this guy is here. Now, just to be clear though, Star Wars droids are always mandatory added into my collection. I have no choice over this. If it's a Star Wars droid, it has to enter my collection. I look, my room is a sanctuary. It is a safe haven. It's a safe place for Star Wars droids to exist and breathe. And I do have a droid factory. And you folks know I recently did my USB hack on C-3PO, which I had a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to do. See, where I was able to make his eyes light up and add the circuit board to the back and have Chewbacca work on him. So I was able to recreate that scene. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's in the channel. Weren't you not? It's no, I've always said it from the very beginning. It's based on the Rotten Tomato score. I'm pretty sure I've said that in the last 2 live streams. Absolutely. Yeah. If the film comes out as a stinker, I will move on. Like, nope. It has to be certified fresh. I'm not wasting my time. But there are exceptions. And the one exception is droids. I always buy Star Wars droids. And I am interested to see if they make this Gorlock, the Hutt. This I think he's the son of Jabba the Hutt, the fighter that you see in the trailer. So I am interested in adding a Hutt into my collection. But it's not the first time that I've bought Hot Toys without seeing a film. Sometimes I just want the character, and I'm like, I can give a shit about the film. So, yeah. Let's continue here. See what else we can. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're gonna get these guys made. I think we're gonna get these Hutts made in the Hot Toys form. I feel like we are. They're gonna try to cram this down our throats. Battle Grogu. Look at this little hot mess of a little RC car here. I can see HasLab making something wacky like this with these little bandits. Is there such a thing as too much Grogu? Well, we're gonna find out in this film. Yeah, that's an epic shot there. That's pretty cool. Like, I'm telling you, if it kind of sucks, but it's also kind of cool that the first Hutt in Hot Toys is probably going to be this guy. It's going to be wild. Rhoda the Hutt. Thank you. I thought he was Gorlock or something, the Hutt. Rhoda the Hutt. Which, am I correct to assume this is the son of Jabba the Hutt? Right? At least that's what I was told. I don't know. I don't watch the Rebels or the Clone Wars or any of that nonsense. But Rhoda the Hutt is at least family to Jabba the Hutt. Maybe, I can kind of justify it. Maybe. Look, it does look badass. And I don't know who this lizard dude is here. Who's dishing out advice here. I'm telling you, Pedro Pascal, his helmet gets destroyed probably in the first act. Just so that Disney can justify his paycheck. One of the This really does look like a Disney Plus movie of the week. It's Jabba's son. Okay, correct, son. Yeah. We'll see. Like I said, we'll definitely go from there and so forth. Do I have enough time for God, no, that's okay. You guys already know. I'm in love with the world of Dune. Dune Messiah, I'm gonna be there on opening day. Somebody asked me, because Avengers Doomsday opens up the same day as Dune Messiah, which film are you gonna see first? And I had to think about it for a minute, but I quickly said Dune Messiah. Yeah. Now, that being said, though, I would see Dune Messiah first, and then within the same day, buy a ticket and go see Avengers Doomsday. So it's going to be a long ass fucking day for me. Yeah. But I definitely do want to see Dune first in theaters. Yeah. Yeah. A colleague of mine's like, which one are you going to see first? And I'm like, oh, you're going to see Avengers first. Well, I want to see Dune Messiah because I definitely do want to see, the spice must flow. And, I do, the spice melange. I have a particular, Arrakis, and I do love to hike, and I do love the sands of time, and I'm like, yeah. I will see Doomsday on opening day, but it's most likely going to be. It's crazy because I'm going to try to find like a matinee, like at 12 o'clock or 1 p.m. like IMAX for Dune. See it because it's going to be like 4 hours. Go home I'll probably go home, get something done, take a break, power nap, and then go see Avengers Doomsday. It's going to be a long ass day because I'm pretty confident I'm going to see both films in the same day. And when do they open? Is it a Thursday or Friday? I hope it's a Thursday. It'd just be a lot easier. Forget my role. I'll be seeing it next year. And I will be seeing Dune Messiah in an IMAX theater. 100%. Dune Messiah I will watch it in an IMAX. We don't have we have IMAX screens here in Vegas, but we don't have an actual how would you call it? Every city typically has an IMAX theater, but only selected theaters actually have the legitimate authorized IMAX theater that actually has the celluloid film. And I think the closest one to me is in LA. I thought about that, like an actual film strip, a big giant wheel, because I'm pretty sure that the IMAX screens I have here in Vegas, it's going to be a digital representation of IMAX. If I can make it happen, I would drive to LA to watch an authentic presentation of Dune on celluloid film. Oh my God. That would be chef's kiss for me if I can pull it off. And I want to say it's in LA. And I need to look into that. I definitely need to look into that. No IMAX here in Brisbane. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what's like. No, I mean, do you guys have electricity over there? What's like savages over there? What's going on here? I live next to the one in Dallas that has a 70. That's what I was trying to. Thank you for explaining that to me. Yes, a 70 millimeter IMAX. Yes. 70 millimeter means real celluloid film. And the closest one to me is in LA. There's none here in Vegas. And there's like a handful of theaters that actually have the actual 70 millimeter IMAX presentation. I'll be seated in the BFI IMAX in London. Good for you. The IMAX at Bob Bullock Museum in Austin is awesome. Yeah. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna try. I know it's challenging because it's a 4-hour drive. It is a 4-hour drive. What's challenging is that I want to see both films in the same day. And if I drive to LA and then back, that's, well, I can see, well, maybe if I, you know what, maybe if I watched both films in LA, I spent the night out there, I get a hotel, because I would love to see, like, that's like my passion. I would love to see Dune Messiah in a 70 millimeter celluloid film presentation. I honestly would. You folks know that during the hike season, which just ended, by the way, the hike season just ended. You guys know that when I love hiking, and when I go hiking, when I do 5 to 15 mile hikes, I'm usually on the Spice Melange. I float when I hike, and it's just wonderful. I'm looking for the spice. So yeah. Tickets sell out for the 70 millimeter. Yeah, I'm sure that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has already. Doing what the hell goes? Is it riding a bike? Is it one riding a bike to keep it on? There you go. And let's finish this trailer. I think there's not much else to this. This trailer is just, it's okay. I'm sure we'll get some Beast of Burden, Mandalorian, and Grogu. And we'll get the version with the cookie. What else is being toted on here? I guess that's it. I guess that is it. Denobi, have you seen the diorama display by Hero Rama? I have not. I have not seen that. The BFI IMAX in London features 70 millimeter IMAX film projection and dual laser projection, which often provides superior brightness and contrast. That's how you see Dune. Unlimited power. That's exactly how you see it. That's it. That's perfection to see it. 100%. Well, I had fun tonight. This was a fun midnight run. Sorry about the earlier hiccups on the technical difficulties. As we get closer, I was gonna pull up like the Dune trailer, but I'm gonna wait because I want to go deeper into Dune. I love the world of Dune, and I mean, these films are coming out in Christmas, so we're still quite a bit of ways. But I think Mandalorian and the Spider-Man films were definitely worth talking about on this stream, because like this first quarter of the year is almost done, folks. Like, it's like, this is it, you know. And as always, I'm going to pull out. I'm going to beg anybody that who's listening or watching is going to attend San Diego Comic-Con this year in July, and they need a partner to rotate the camp out for Hall H. Hit me up. I'm an expert in camping out. I have sleeping bags. I have tents. I just need someone that I can count on to do the camp rotations, because Hall H camping is going to definitely be, it's going to be brutal. I've done it before. It's not fun. I did it during like the Twilight years. That was wild. Oh my God. The Twilight years were just wacky shit. It was a hot fucking mess back in that. We're talking like 2014, and it's just a mess. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm gonna try to get the frequency back up on live stream, because especially the midnight runs. I love, actually enjoy talking to folks from the other side of the world when I do these midnight runs. So it's always fun, and there's going to be a lot more. I enjoy doing live streams when my imagination is engaged. And with these upcoming films, I absolutely can see myself being more engaged with the community. And even if the Mandalorian Grogu is a stinker, which and if it is, I'm not going to go see it in theaters, but I definitely want to talk about the pre-order releases on it, and Spider-Man Brand New Day releases. That's going to be a lot of fun. I love Spider-Man, folks. You guys know I love Spider-Man. I have a Spider-Verse behind me, and I just need to throttle the brakes. Don't go crazy, especially this year, because I just think this year is just it's going to be a brutal year. All right, I've been saying it the last couple streams. I've been missing a lot of streams, but those of you who aren't aware, I did say that 2026 is going to be it's going to be a huge year. It's going to be pretty. Who's that? Who didn't remember that I said that? Because I did.
That's when I told you to bring. I don't remember you ever saying that.
San Diego Comic-Con 2026 estimated to be one of the biggest years in attendance. Why is that?
Oh wait, yeah, I guess you did.
That's a fun video. I love playing that clip. Tagline. I know. I usually say no. No, I mean, because this year is optimistic. This year, my tagline, you know, are you going to pre-order something? I would say no. No, this year it's going to be tough for me to say no. So I'm not even going to play around. Yes, thank you. Yeah, for those of you who are aware, I did USB hack C3PO, and it came out phenomenal. I had so much fun. So much fun. Is that you, James? James from Australia, is that you? Mate, are you tuning in from Australia? Did you change? You must have changed your handle. There you go. Just tuning in now. Okay. If you didn't catch the last live stream a few weeks ago, I did share the story with the audience when you paid me a visit, you know, and I did get to share the story about how I invited you to adventure, and you essentially said, I don't know, I have to check with my father. And then do you remember? Where's my meeting? Where's my meeting? So for those of you who are aware, James visited me from Australia, and I invited him. I go, look, let's go on a night hike. Let's go out in the desert. We're going to hike out in the middle of the night under the stars, away from city pollution. And we're gonna hit the hot springs. We're gonna hit the Colorado River. There's usually a party. There's usually parties there by the river at, you know, on a Friday or Sunday night. I think it was Sunday night. And I told him, I go, I'm most likely gonna be on the Spice. And he was, you know, I think James, were you having? You're like, mate, I don't do psychedelics. I think that's what you told me. And then I think the day Sunday when we met up, I go, I asked James, I go, so James, you know, did you think about tonight's opportunity? And what did you tell me? You're like, I don't know, Denobi. I got to check with my father.
So McFly, have you made a decision about tonight's opportunity?
Yeah, Griff, you know, I was thinking about it. I'm not sure because I just think, you know, it might be a little bit dangerous.
What's it gonna be, McFly? Are you in or out?
I'm not sure that I should, you know, because I think that I should discuss it with my father.
Your father! Wrong answer, McFly!
Oh, are you saying I'm bending the story? Look, I'm recounting it the way that I remember it. That's so, but you did say, I don't know, Denobi. I got to check with my father. I'm like, James, tonight's opportunity. I'm going to promise you adventure. And you're like, I don't know. I got to check my father. And yes, I was going to be on Spice. You know, I would have shared my candy with you, you know. You're going to regret it though, dude, because the next person that visits me in Vegas and they take me up on the offer, like, Denobi, I'm ready for adventure. It's like, all right, let's go. Let's do it. I'm going to show you, like, their imagination will, like, take them out, and we'll just, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'll be in Vegas. Yes. All right. Anyway, tonight's show was fun, and I will die on the mountain hill. I still feel that Sideshow was bullied by Howard Chan in attending San Diego Comic-Con, and I'll end tonight's stream on that meme because I had fun making this meme.
It is an outrage that Sideshow Collectibles has gone this long not properly representing Hot Toys with honor.
The collectors are to blame, Howard. Really? It's not my fault.
Sideshow used to be a beacon of hope. It inspired imagination.
Howard, please, I can fix this. I swear.
Enough.
Wait.
You had your
no,
chance.
No, please.
Take him out.
Wait, Howard.
A mistake on my part.
It's been corrected.
You're running out of time, Howard. You'll fail.
I don't think so.